For those of you who have heard today that there was a cover up on the Uvalde school shooting, and there's weird hearings here.
Why would they be intimidated by us?
Listen to this.
Can I ask you why they would be intimidated by
No,
us?
sir, I can ask you to leave again, please.
I understand that, but why would they be intimidated by us?
Apparently, what had happened was someone asked where there were police officers or some people in there when the school shooting happened, when the Uvalde school shooting happened. There were multiple officers. This is from Tony. Damn it. Tony Uvalde. Tony Pahosky saying multiple officers were inside Robb Elementary School with rifles and at least one ballistic shield. One. At 11:52 a.m. and that's approximately when that shooting took place. The day of the shooting. New video and other evidence shows they didn't enter the classrooms for another 58 minutes. See, stuff like this is why police officers get these crappy, representations, or get these crappy things, I mean, this was 11:58, and they didn't enter until 58 minutes later. 15 minutes later. Like, what is going on here? I don't understand. And then this is from... There were families that deserved answers. I mean, this could go on and on. But apparently it was also on the NBC Good Morning News. There's a lot of weird hearings today. And there's now a timeline. Here, I see the timeline. 11:28 p.m. Suspect crashes vehicle into ditch. 11:31 a.m. patrol car excels into school parking by shooter. So, and the suspect started shooting between vehicle at school. Reports of a gunman at somewhere between 11:29 p.m. and 11:31 p.m. a.m. I'm sorry, a.m. And there were reports that these men were there at 11:52 a.m. And then when the multiple shooting shots fired by suspect outside the school at 11:32 a.m. I'm looking at this, and I'll put these links in the description. Suspect shooting into classroom 111 and 112 from hallway. And then he exits, re-enters. The Uvalde police officers were at the entered west window, and this was taken at 11:52. That picture, or this picture that I'm seeing, was taken at 11:52. And then they were in there at 11:35 when the guy entered. And then this is insane. This feels like this was all staged to happen so that Ted Cruz can look like a national hero. A fucking national hero. And when I say the F word, when I cuss, I should be taken seriously. This is insane, and I'm looking at this. I could go on. I mean, he's contained. An unknown officer said at 11:38 p.m. An officer said he is contained in this office. And yet they were there, and there was surveillance evidence that they were there before the school cover-up. Or they were there before the school shooting. And I mean, this is just insane. These people, these families lost children. 16 to 19 children, I forget the actual number, died in this school. And the fact that the officers were inside the building when the shootings took place with rifles and MMGs, one shield, and yet you wonder why Captain America gave his shield to Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, to become a black theme, an African American Captain America. I mean, honestly, I could go on about this, but this is insane that the bloodshed happened outside the classroom, cover up, and they were there while the shooting took place. Like, honestly, and the fact that this is exactly why this is why police officers or people like Ted Cruz should not run for office. He even let someone who had a firearm get the active rounds and get the guns. And now that our president, our people, can go into our school, can go into a gun and get a gun, buy a gun, just whenever. I heard this recently while I was helping my mom with the passing of Gino. Yeah, this is why school shooting, this is why there needs to be gun control. There needs to be a more affirmative affirmative gun license, a more affirmative, not just gun license, we should get rid of all the gun license and just no longer let anyone have guns until there should be stricter gun licenses and a lot stricter gun controls, because this is why school shootings happened. This is why. Thank you.